The Valley star Brittany Cartwright is admitting she needs a man in her life. But what is her exact reason? She seems content to be away from her estranged husband, Jay Taylor. So, why does she need a man? Keep reading for more details. Brittany Cartwright admits she needs a man in life. Starting in Season 4 of Vanderpump Rules, Brittany Cartwright was attached to Jax Taylor. She moved from Kentucky to California for their love. Unfortunately, he had a constant wandering eye, but they became engaged in Season 7 and married the following year. After Season 8, they were let go and then returned with the spin-off, The Valley. Sadly, their marriage crumbled, and was all documented on the first season. By the finale, Brittany was seen moving out of her Valley Village home with her son, Cruz. Jax eventually admitted that he needed help and then shared that he was a cocaine addict. During Season 2, his attempt to get better has been on full display, as has Brittany's dalliance with one of Jax's friends. Recently, Brittany said that she is open to dating, but has not appeared to be active with that. Her focus has been on her son and his autism diagnosis, ensuring he gets all of the attention and help he needs. However, Brittany recently realized that she does need a man, but for only one thing. She seemed to have found a spider in her home, and immediately felt that a man would have been beneficial. Admittedly, that is one scary-looking spider, so it is no surprise that the Valley star would want and need some assistance. Yet it also shows her independence and how she is able to take care of herself and her son as a single mother. She has been dealing with Jax during the current season, being in treatment, yet constantly rage texting her. Furthermore, she has been called out by fans for her hypocrisy, which has not been well received at all. The Valley jury is out on Brittany. Since she arrived on Bravo, Brittany Cartwright has been the network's sweetheart. She had a heart of gold, and fans seem to love her for that. However, since Season 2 of The Valley, a new side of her has been shown, and not everyone cares for it. She has no problem calling out others on their addictions when she has consistently been drinking in excess when she shouldn't. This has not sat well with viewers. I have lost so much respect for Brittany over this, and Janet is ridiculous. So it's awk for Brittany to blame alcohol consumption for their behavior, but Danny can't fall asleep because of booze and exhaustion lol. Wasn't Brittany the one drinking and sleeping in their trip last season, and she did to like Jax, insinuating she had a drink problem, yet here she is doing the same to someone else. It seems sweet old Brittany is the biggest asterisk stir this season. It's not a good look. At the end of the day, Brittany may want to act a tad kinder in order to get the man she wants to kill her bugs. Do you freak when you see a spider, or are you okay? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below and watch The Valley Tuesdays on Bravo. Brittany Cartwright, reality TV star and former Vanderpump Rules favorite, has always lived her life in the public eye. From her roller coaster romance with Jax Taylor to her Southern charm that won fans over, Brittany has never shied away from being authentic, sometimes to a fault. Now, in a surprising but honest revelation, she admits something many modern women might be hesitant to say. She needs a man in her life. But why? This confession, made during a candid interview, sparked a wave of reactions online. In an age where independence, empowerment, and self-sufficiency are rallying cries for women, Brittany's statement seemed to swim against the current. But looking closer, her admission isn't about weakness or regression. It's about vulnerability, identity, and rediscovery. A Southern upbringing and traditional values. To understand Brittany's outlook, it helps to revisit her roots. Raised in Winchester, Kentucky, Brittany grew up with strong traditional values. Her upbringing emphasized family, partnership, and the kind of loyalty that's stitched into the cultural fabric of the South. For her, being with a man wasn't about dependency. It was about companionship, support, and the mutual roles people play in each other's lives. I come from a family where love, marriage, and sticking together through thick and thin is just what you do, she said in the interview. So yeah, I feel better with someone by my side. This kind of vulnerability doesn't diminish her strength. It defines it. Brittany is acknowledging a personal truth that doesn't necessarily align with modern feminist narratives. And that's okay. She isn't saying all women need a man. She's saying she does, and that honesty is both bold and refreshing. After the storm, life post-Jax. Brittany's marriage to Jax Taylor was far from smooth. Fans of Vanderpump Rules and its spin-offs watched the couple navigate cheating scandals, explosive arguments, and the emotional roller coaster of reality TV stardom. Yet through it all, Brittany stayed until she didn't. In 2024, rumors of a split became reality. The couple announced they were separating, citing irreconcilable differences. It was a turning point for Brittany, and not just in her personal life. Suddenly, the girl who stood by Jax through thick and thin was standing alone. "I lost myself a little in that relationship," she admitted. "I was always trying to fix things, keep the peace, hold everything together. And when it ended, I was left wondering, who am I without all that?" In the wake of the breakup, Brittany leaned on her friends, her family, and, importantly, herself. She started therapy, focused on raising her son Cruz, and began exploring business opportunities and media appearances outside the shadow of her ex-husband. But despite the empowerment that comes from regaining control, there remained a quiet yearning. The emotional need versus societal expectations. Brittany's statement that she needs a man in her life isn't about needing someone to pay the bills or handle the hard stuff. She's been doing that, and more. It's about the emotional space a partner fills. The late-night talks, the quiet hugs when things fall apart. The someone to bounce dreams and fears off of. It's human, not gendered, to want love, partnership, and closeness. "I'm not ashamed to say I miss having someone to come home to. I miss laughing over stupid things, sharing inside jokes, feeling like someone's got your back no matter what." In many ways, her confession is a counter-narrative to the hyper-independent, never-need-anyone message that dominates social media. While empowerment is crucial, so is authenticity, and Brittany's truth is that she thrives in love, even if it sometimes breaks her. There's also a more subtle layer. Being in the public eye changes how you see yourself. In interviews, Brittany has hinted that when she's not in a relationship, she feels like something's missing, not because she lacks self-worth, but because so much of her identity was shaped within the framework of being one half of a high-profile couple. Rediscovering herself as an individual is a process, but the desire for partnership remains real. The single mom journey, now navigating life as a single mom to her son Cruz, Brittany's definition of needing a man has evolved. It's no longer about being rescued or having someone to lean on all the time. It's about sharing the load, creating a home filled with both maternal and paternal energy, and showing her son what healthy love looks like. "I want Cruz to see his mom happy, really happy. And I know I can give him so much love, but I also want him to see what real, mutual love between two people looks like." In a society that often penalizes women for being too needy or too emotional, Brittany's words strike a powerful chord. They're not a step back for feminism. They're a step forward for emotional honesty. A new chapter. Whether Brittany is actively looking for a new partner or simply expressing her openness to love is unclear. What's certain is that she's not willing to settle. Gone is the version of her that clung tightly to a toxic relationship out of fear of starting over. Now she knows what she wants, and more importantly, what she won't tolerate. "I know I can do it alone, but I don't want to." There's strength in saying that out loud. That declaration, raw and vulnerable, is a breath of fresh air in the filtered world of Instagram perfect lives and TikTok therapists. Brittany Cartwright isn't begging for a man. She's simply acknowledging that, for her, life is fuller, richer, and more meaningful when it's shared with someone who understands and supports her. Why it matters. Brittany's confession matters because it reframes need not as weakness, but as emotional courage. In a culture that often demands stoicism, especially from public figures, her willingness to be open about her desires challenges the idea that independence must come at the cost of companionship. It also sparks a larger conversation about how we view love, relationships, and emotional support, particularly for women who've been through the ringer. Brittany Cartwright is not regressing. She's redefining her happiness on her own terms. So, yes, Brittany Cartwright admits she needs a man in her life, not because she's incomplete, but because she values connection. And in a world obsessed with self-sufficiency, sometimes the bravest thing a woman can do is admit she wants love, not as a crutch, but as a conscious choice.